Hello, everyone. Today we're going to start off talking about culture and how it defines us as individuals. My question to start us off is, how do you define culture? Take a couple of seconds, pause the video, and respond to the prompt that's now on your screen. Culture is the shared beliefs, actions, and expressions of a group of people. Every single one of us has a culture at home, at school, and at work. We're all part of the culture that makes up the city of St. Louis, the state of Missouri, and as Americans. Our culture expresses itself through our language, our music, our mass media, our politics, and our interaction with one another. Every work of art, every song, every TV show, every vlog reflects the culture of the person who wrote and performed in it. Each time you record a video on your phone of you and your friends dancing to a song, you're expressing a part of your culture. When you take out your phone and broadcast a fight that's happening in the hallways, you're sharing a part of your culture. It is everything, essentially. Of these different aspects of culture, music is the one that gives us the strongest tie to our identity. It influences how we walk, talk, dress, and act. If I were to conduct a poll of all the different friend groups that exist in this school, we'd find that every single group would have its own taste in music, TV shows, clothing choices, and life decisions. We can call these different groups cliques, and we normally do, but really what they are separate cultures. The culture within the football team is different than the culture of the volleyball team, which is different than the cheer squad and the chess club. All these separate groups and cultures combine with one another to form our student body. Outside of school, we each participate in a separate culture from the one that we experience during the hours of 8 to 3. Sometimes it's influenced by what's going on outside, sometimes it's not. Some of you participate in after school activities like the ones I described. So if I was to ask you how you define yourself, a lot of you guys would define yourself by that activity. You'd say, I'm a football player, or I'm a cheerleader, or I play music, or write. You've adapted the culture of whatever organizations you choose to participate in, and you've put them into your identity. Music plays the largest part of the formation of these identities as well, because we use this music as a soundtrack to our life. If let's say you're on the football team, you play your music to get hype. You're ready to win, you're going to go out there, you're going to tackle the other guy, whatever it is you're going to do, you use music to get you prepared for that. If you are religious, you use music in a way to prepare yourself for worship. If you're going on a date, you have music ready to go to set the mood for the evening you're wanting to have. The thing is, though, culture does not exist in a vacuum. We create it every day based off of what happened yesterday. For example, we don't have NBA YoungBoy if Kanye and Jay-Z didn't happen before. We don't get Tiger King without The Real World. But maybe we're better off without that one. But Riverdale doesn't happen on TV today without Beverly Hills 90210 having aired 30 years ago. We wouldn't have rap without funk, R&B, or disco, and you don't get any of those music forms without the blues or jazz, which come from much older forms of expression that, if we traced them, would go back to the dawn of time. Every new song, every new performer and genre of music comes from what existed before it. There's an old expression that states, we stand on the shoulders of giants. It means that those who came before us will always be held up and looked up to in a way that we could never view ourselves. Our culture is built by these giants, and what they created we have today. And they create it by talking to one another through their art. We create new forms of art and music by imitating those who came before us. If you were to write some form of music right now, it'd probably sound like someone you already listened to. If you like to draw and there's an artist you like, chances are your early pictures look exactly or really similar to your idols. If you live stream your thoughts to YouTube, much like I'm doing right now, you model yourself off of the people that you watched do that before. And this happens no matter what. And you carry this pattern on until you've reached a point when you stop looking like the people that you idolize and imitate and start looking like yourself. And we do this by combining various things. So if I want to create something original, I take a little bit of this from over here, I take a little of that over here and a little of that over here, and I blend it together in a way that makes it seem like it's me. I know where things come from. You know, whenever you make something, what this little bit of the thing sounds like or why it is that way. But people listening to it will hear you. And that is the point where we start contributing to the creation of culture. Your assignment for this portion of the lesson is as follows. Tell me about how the music you listen to has helped you create a bond within your cultural community. I want to know about the songs you share with each other to create a sense of community and belonging. I want to know how this song makes you feel when you're listening to it, and under what situations you would share it with someone else. In our next lesson, we are going to talk about how music gets created and how artists are influenced by those that come before them and create music and art from what existed beforehand. Until then, have a great week, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.